Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to your level 1 basics training for the week. We're going to be going over 3 different things. First is our horse stance, second is our fighting stance, and then third is falls from the ground, how to do that properly. Let's go over our horse stance. Let me show you what we want to do for these. We're going to get our feet nice and wide and even turn our toes out a little bit. We're going to sink our hips back and come on down like we're in the bottom of a squat. Then we're going to take our fists nice and tight, make some good fists, and pull them in next to your ribs. This right here is the horse stance. You want to try to get down low so that your legs are flat. If you took your bottle of water and put it on your leg, it should be able to stay there. You don't want to be here where they're kind of slanted. So I'm going to shake my legs out a little bit. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see our horse stance. We're going to start by sinking our hips and our belt way back. And we're going to come all the way down to the bottom of this stance and pull our hands in close. We also want to keep our chest up. We want to try not to lean forward here. We want to stand up tall and look straight ahead. Now this is super hard in the beginning. You're going to struggle for the first few times that you do this, but with a lot of practice and a lot of focus, you're going to be able to hold that horse stance longer and longer. So that's your first technique of the week. Number 2 is going to be our fighting stance. So when we're in our fighting stance, we want to have one foot forward and our other foot back behind us. And then we also want to make sure that those feet are separated. We don't want to stand with our feet one behind the other like we're walking on a tightrope. It's hard to balance that way. So we're going to start in our attention stance. We're going to take our one foot, step it back, and then step it over. 2 motions there. Or you can just move it diagonally. From there, bring your hands up and sink those elbows down right in front of your ribs so that your hands are right in front of your face. And then you want both knees bent a little bit. You don't want to stand up really tall for this one. You don't want your knees locked out. You got to be soft in the knees so that they kind of bounce. And then also, you want to have your heels up off of the floor a little bit. So that way you're able to move easily in your fighting stance. So we're going to do that again. From your attention stance, stand up tall. You're going to step back and step over. Bring those hands up, elbows come down, knees are bent, heels off the floor. And this is our fighting stance. This is the regular fighting stance with our left foot in the front. Sometimes our right foot's in the front. Just going to switch it up here. This is called southpaw. Same thing here. We want this foot back and over. Knees bent, heels up, hands up in front of your face. Easy to switch here. Boom. Bouncing out, heels off the floor. So there's your fighting stance. Make sure you practice that. Be able to get into your fighting stance from any position. If you're just standing at attention, boom, right into your fighting stance. If you're just like hanging out, talking to somebody, boom, fighting stance. From your back, from your belly, laying on your side, you should be able to get up and get right into that fighting stance. All right, we got one more technique to go over for our basics. We're going to go over our forward fall. I'm going to pop down on my knees, make sure I'm still in frame here. I'm going to do this facing forward first, but I'll also show you sideways. First and foremost, when we're falling, we never want to hit our head. So falling forward, we want to make sure we don't hit our face. So what we're going to do from our position here, sitting up tall, we're going to have our hands up, kind of like they're in their fighting stance, but with our palms facing out. Our chin is going to be up, and we're going to turn our head to one side or the other. So if we do fall fast, our cheek would hit the floor rather than our chin. What we're going to do is we're just going to start to lean forward until we fall, and then we're going to smack the mat or smack the ground just a little bit, and then push up. You want to use your forearm and your palm together as you go down and hit the ground in front of you. Now you don't have to make it a huge fall. You can go nice and slow so you don't hurt yourself. You may not be training on mats like we are. If you have a really hard surface, go a little slower. It's okay. But you got to come down. You got to hit the surface with your forearms and your palms. And then you also want to have that chin turn to the side just in case that head comes down fast. Let me turn sideways for you here. I think I'm still in frame. Coming up here, chin up. I'm going to turn my head. Oh, hello. And then I'm going to lean until I fall. If I go, let's turn around and look this way, same thing. I want my head to the side as I go down, smack the ground. Then you just pop your hands back like you're doing a push-up and pop right back up onto your knees. All right, there's your basics, everybody. Practice that horse stance, practice that fighting stance, practice your forward falls. See you in the next video.